Alright, so as you can see from the title, we're going to have an interesting what-if scenario here. And that is, what if the Titans from Attack on Titan existed in Warhammer Fantasy? So, yeah, let's get into it. So, I know what you're already thinking, but they already have something akin to Titans in the world of Warhammer Fantasy. They already kind of have that already, and that is the giants, and you have the ogres. I know giants are not called giants, they're called gargons, but let's just, for sake of argument, just fucking call them giants, okay? Makes things easier. So yeah, they have giants, they have ogres, they have, just massive monsters in their own right. But Titans... Titans are just a tad more, just a wee bit more different. Obviously, they can regenerate flesh, it's extremely hard to kill them, and some of them are pretty intelligent. So, whereas, with most ogres and giants in Warhammer, they depend more on size than intellect. So, that's kind of a big differing factor in this scenario, is that on one hand you have giants who are dumb and they just like to eat people and smash things, and on the other hand you have the Titans who, while they are silent and do appear to be unintelligent, they're actually pretty smart and they're pretty fast too. So you mix size, speed, agility, and a regenerative ability, yeah, that's going to cause a problem. Now, the big thing is, would Titans be on their own, or would they be aligned with Chaos? I think that really just depends on who is a Titan and who isn't. Because that's the other thing, is that anyone can be a Titan, as long as you eat as long as you eat the flesh of a person who is a Titan. There's a whole thing, but yeah. So Titans, that's the other thing, is that Titans could be anywhere, and I think that would put everyone on edge, especially, like, the Empire of Man. If you thought them accusing, like, people of heresy, or, I don't know, mutations, or a few other things, or necromancy or something, the Inquisition in the Warhammer Fantasy world is gonna go apeshit for this. They are just gonna eat this shit up and really enjoy themselves in that regard. They are just going to go absolutely hog wild with the fact that they are, there's another thing. They're going to be like, oh boy, another thing to persecute people with. That's going to be so much fun. I really do think that could easily be the case in one regard or another. So that lies another level of superstition, another level of paranoia, because you never know who's going to be who could just bite their hand and suddenly just explode up in the air as a Titan. That's the other thing, is that it could anyone, and I do stress anyone, can be a Titan. But would they be, again, cycling back to what I said, would they be aligned with Chaos? Or aligned with Nagash or something? That's something you really have to, again, it depends on, because at their core, the Titans are still human. Could some of them fall to Chaos? I think that is a possibility, but could you imagine Chaos Titans? Yeah, just think on that, Titans fighting for Nurgle or Slaanesh, or, oh god, Titans fighting for Slaanesh, ugh. Chaos Titans for Nurgle or Tzeentch or Khorne. Again, it's not like with the Giants, who aren't really, corrupted by Chaos. They just, the Sons of Behemoth aren't really, capable of falling to Chaos, in at least the books I've read. But at the same time, you really have to take into account that these are still humans, and humans are susceptible to that. So, would there be a unified front of Titans? I think that's a possibility. I think that's a strong possibility. But at the same time, Titans, again, they're human, and humans are ambitious, and that ambition sometimes leads them to chaos. That's kind of a big factor you really have to take into account. Now, what would the other factions think of this? I think the Skaven would be big naked man! Shoot, shoot, yes, yes! I think The dwarves would probably be building like giant mech suits to fight them, like steam-powered mech suits. I think that could, honest to God, happen. The Empire of Man would definitely be, you know, putting out that gunpowder on a whole other level. But once they realize it's the nape of the neck to kill a Titan, yeah, that's going to be a major that's going to be a major turning point. And I think out of all the factions, the Empire of Man, while they would be the most susceptible to, like, level of paranoia and whatnot, I do think that they would be the most capable of fighting against the Titans. Not to mention they'd be backed by the, you know, you got the good old Stormcast Eternals, you know, ye old Space Marines waiting in the wings to stomp the shit out of someone. So therein lies the other major factor. Now, like, could you just imagine also the Titans fighting the Sons of Behemoth? Like, those the Sons of Behemoth, who love to fight as much as the Orcs do, the Sons of Behemoth would be like, them's big boys too. Let's fight them. So the Sons of Behemoth would just come running into a bunch of Titans, and the Titans, who are, again, they come in different sizes, they're faster, they're smaller, whereas and, like I said, they're smarter. So the Sons of Behemoth are slower, they're dumb, but they're also pretty strong and can take a beating. So I could imagine, like, the Sons of Behemoth would love nothing more than to throw down with these idiots. Like, it would just be an absolute shit show to see them, like, throw down with these morons. I do think that, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Yeah. I do think, like, the other factions, like Kislev and the Tomb Kings and all of them, they're gonna have trouble with them, but remember, I think the Tomb Kings, like, have some, you know, they have giant skeleton monsters that can go blow for blow with Titans. And plus, they also use dark magic. The vampire courts are also going to be, like, I could imagine, because that dickbag Manfred von Karstein would probably look at vampires and go, I can use this. I'm Manfred von Karstein. I'm the biggest fucking asshole in the Warhammer universe. I could totally use them to my advantage. So, if you thought Chaos Titans were bad, imagine when, like, if Manfred could get his hands on people who could turn into Titans, turn them into vampires, and now you have Vamp Titans. Is it insane? Yes. Is it possible? Possibly. Would you want to see it, though? Yeah, you would. So, there's the, you know, that's the one thing I think would be another factor. But again, it's going to take a lot of united factions. I can only imagine could you just imagine the rumbling coming towards Ulthuan? Could you just imagine that, like like a bunch of the elves, the elves all united, defending Ulthuan from the rumbling, just an army of colossal Titans? That would be a fucking epic scene. I do think that, like, the Titans can be beaten, and would probably also have, again, a lot of trouble, because, again, you have a lot of beings in here that can use magic, you have beings in here that are, you know, monsters in their own right, and the Titans themselves aren't infallible, so they wouldn't be, like, a totally united front in some cases. So I think it wouldn't be like in the Attack on Titan universe, where mankind had to constantly, like, evolve and, like, figure shit out. I think it would be like, yeah, we got magic, we got monsters of our own, and the Titans themselves would probably fall to their own ambitions as well. But again, Vampire Titans, Chaos Titans, or even Necro Titans, or God, could you guys imagine a Titan that died and then comes back as a member of the Night Haunt? Yeesh. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you think it would be like if Titans existed in the Warhammer Fantasy? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.